Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Summer Tomoko that's going to be coming to Persona 5X this week in a new update. This is a new character, 5-star character that we're going to be adding into Persona 5X. And I haven't made any videos on any of the characters dropping in Persona 5X because I recently haven't really been into Persona 5X, but more recently I've been getting into the game, so I decided I'm going to make some more videos on it. So I hope you drop a like. So let's continue and talk about Summer Tomoko, and is she worth a character getting in this new update? Someone like me who plays P5X and doesn't have the psychedelic elements, but my only character is base Tomoko that has psychedelics, you kind of been struggling because base Tomoko, 4 stars, her 4-star model isn't gonna get the job done. Her moves are kind of lackluster. Her ultimate, her whole highlight ability is probably the worst one in the game, and she doesn't really have a lot of DPS capabilities to give off like a Summer Motoha or even a base Motoha. But even with this 5-star character, it doesn't look like this 5-star character is gonna be one of the characters that has huge DPS, especially by going off of her weapons. Her 4-star weapon is looking like a pretty decent weapon here. It looks like, honestly, Summer Tomoko looks like one of the characters where a 4-star weapon could just be as good as her 5-star weapon. If we read her 4-star weapon, it increases her attack by 12 to 24% and her healing from 13 to 24% on just the 4-star weapon ability. Gotta note, those only last for 2 turns, but let's talk about her 5-star weapon, Bubble Baby. Increases her healing by 22% to all the way up to 41%. Increases the multiplier for skill damage from Summer Remnants and healing by 18% to 35%, depending on how much you upgrade it, of course. And when activating Summer Remnants, increases the target's damage. It can vary from 8% all the way up to 16% for 3 turns, and it can stack up to 2 times. What you can obviously tell from this is that Tomoko is more of a sub DPS healer. If you're lacking on any good healer, she's just like a good choice for you to pick up, and you don't want to wait for Haru or any of these other characters coming up in a future update. Then I highly suggest you getting this character because she's going to help a lot with these Velvet Trials, because I know these Velvet Trials have psychedelic abilities, and I've been struggling, dude, because I have base Tomoko and it's just not going to work with her. She's not going to cut it at all. Just like I talked about earlier, it seems like Summer Tomoko doesn't necessarily need her 5-star weapon, so if you pull this character, I feel like her 4-star weapon would be able to cook. Having a cold drink is one of her abilities we have here today, which deals a total of 77.6 of psychedemic damage to foes. She also has a passive skill that works on this that increases the damage multiplier and healing by 51%. Now let's talk about her healing ability, Hail of the Summer Days, which restores one ally's HP by 22%. It also increases Tomoko's Seaside attack for 2 turns, increasing the target damage by 14%, which seems okay at best. It seems like she's gonna be a decent healer, not one of the greatest, but it's there. She also has another AoE ability called Sparkling Memories, which deals psychedelic damage to all foes equal to 61% of the attack for 2 turns. She can also increase the foe's damage taken by 19% and inflict 1 spark stack when foes take skill damage. She also has another AoE as well, which is her highlight ability called Thief Tactics, where she deals psychedelic damage to random foes equally up to 82% of attack. Also her getting a 30% attack buff when she hits the same enemy multiple times. But all the juicy stuff is looking like it belongs in her passive skills, because her first passive skill is Power of Memories, which during the battle increases Seaside Tomoko's damage and max HP based on her HP recovery. When HP recovery is up to 42%, it increases her psychedelic damage by 70% and her max HP by 2100. That sounds pretty good. And her other passive is called Soothing Waves. When activated, her Hail Summer Days increases the main target max HP by 1800, and it restores the HP of the ally with the lowest HP equal to 60% of skill healing. These passives sound pretty decent here, and it sounds like it's gonna be making up for that 1 healing ability skill that she has to make her more of a sub DPS hybrid healer type of character. Of course, she also has her awareness ability, which increases her psychedelic damage by 19%, and she decreases the target's damage by 30% for only 1 turn though. This ability also restores the party's HP and gives them 900 plus HP, plus 9% of the attack damage you just did to that enemy goes towards your HP. speed. You have to be using her sparks, which is her awareness thing. Her sparks ignite this whole thing, so more sparks you stack, the more better this ability it gets, and the more you upgrade your awareness, the better the sparks are for her abilities. I feel like Tomoko is more relying off the buffs that she has to buff other DPS characters to have either higher health, more attack, and even have her have more attack. It seems like she's great to pair with other psychedelic characters, but there's not even a lot of psychedelic characters to go around, and some of the ones I'm just not even. And she doesn't look like a better buffer or support character than Cord. So if you're someone who doesn't have Cord, I would suggest you trying to somehow get that character if she's gonna be in the banner pools. If you're someone lacking a DPS character, I don't really suggest you picking up this character. Or if you don't even have Cord, I really don't suggest you try to get this character. Go try to get Cord because she's really good. Even DPS characters like Joker and Summer Motorha would help you out a lot because they do so much freaking damage. Yusuke, if you see Yusuke pop up in the banners, he's a great, I guess, defensive character. I don't think he's more of DPS. I feel like if you have a healer like Morgana or Lufel, you could potentially pass up on a Summer Moko because you kind of wouldn't necessarily need her. Especially if you need like a defensive character like Yusuke, if he pops up in the banners, because there's not a lot of defensive characters even going around right now, especially with P5X in the global updates. If you don't have a healer, I really suggest you getting this character. If you're looking for a DPS, you should probably wait. You should probably wait for Makoto, Yusuke, Joker, Summer Motorha to even pop up in these banners and go after them because they are huge DPS characters and they can help you out a lot. But me, I'm gonna go after this character. I feel like I have Joker, I have Summer Motorha, and I need another psychedelic character. That's one of the things I'm missing. I don't even have Haruna, and I don't even like that character. And I have vanilla Moko. So if you're sitting in my boat and you just have psychedelic vanilla Moko, yeah, go after this character. And trust me, I have her on max awareness, dude. So I know vanilla Moko is just not it. Let me know if this helped you out a lot or any at all. If you're a new player, well, shout out to you, man. I feel like P5X is gonna get better, and once Persona 3 happens, oh my god, I'm gonna be making so much content for this game. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this video. Did it help you at anything at all? Did it help you, guide you, or help you make a decision? Let me know. It's been the P5X Luffy, and I will see you guys next time. Thank y'all for watching this video, and have a good day and have a good night wherever you are. Peace.